Welcome back, fellas, into this new video to Express. Let's check out how to use DaVinci Resolve totally for beginners. First of all, let's start with the media pool. First of all, I'm going to be showing you the very easy way how to get started with the AI media management. When you download DaVinci Resolve, usually you have this dashboard that asks you how you like to continue, how do you like to get started. So basically, by default, it's going to be generating you an untitled project, and you can just click into this element to double click it, or you can focus into the one that says new project. Here, what you can do is to change the name and the media location. So what you hit now into create is going to be appearing directly into your label element here, and go for create. Now we are inside the media management tool. So when you clicked the actual media page, which usually appears down here, we have different pages view for our dashboard. There's the media element where you can check out all your media stuff. There's the cut section where you can start making some different cuts. There's the edit section where you can just drag and drop more elements to do some highlights, to edit coding and all of that. And there is this specific section, which is the fusion. The fusion can helping you with different knots. The color correction, there's the edition of audio, the third light, and lastly there's the delivery. The delivery is when you finished everything into your timeline. It's going to be taking everything into your timeline. Here you want to import your export toast. For example, they're H264. They are templates, for example, to make this process much more faster. For example, from YouTube 1080, TikTok, Dropbox, sending it to Final Cut Pro, and much more stuff. So to get started, usually here, what you can do is to drag your footage in. So we don't spend hours labeling the clips. You use the IntelliSearch. So basically here is going to be asking you how would you like to get started. So what you can do is to go directly into your users, select the element that you would like to change. Let's say, for example, that I go for the library, and here into the users, which is myself, I focus, for example, for my downloads, how I allow the let's say here. So as you can see, actually it looks really pretty well. So what I do is now just to drag and drop into my media pool. Now it's going to be asking you if you wanted to change the project frame rate. Usually what I do is to go for change, so everything could be now appearing inside here. If I now change this element for the cut section, this is the part where I can see my master, which is all the actual elements that I added through my pool. Now the AI will be analyzing your footage instantly. If you wanted to find every take with the actor is smiling, for example, every click feature of the mind, I just typed it. Now the AI, for example, is not working for the free version. So if you still want to use the DaVinci Resolve, the Pro version, for example, the AI does a really amazing work. So when you generate your smart photo, I'm going to focus now for the fast cut and into the edit. If you're making a TikTok, a reel, or a quick vlog, you can use the cut page and the streamline for speed. So basically what I do is just to drag and drop my video, which is going to be appearing directly inside here. After it's now been added, you can see that here is going to be appearing my actual video effects. Now if you wanted to change the actual timeline or the project tools, usually what I do is to hit for the timeline settings, and here what you can do is to go for timeline resolution, for example, and let's say that I wanted to use a vertical resolution, and I hit for OK because I wanted to make this a reel, right? So basically I already have an actual video that has been let's say edited, so I don't have to do a lot of steps here. But basically what you can do is to start adding your own element into the upper section. We have the mixer. If you open this inspector, you can change elements for your video. For example, you can transform to make zoom, to make cropping, to composite. If you go for audio, for example, you can change stuff here. You can check out the effects, transition, images, or even what you can do is to add text and all of that. Into the upper side, you have, for example, elements, for example, templates that can be helping you to make this process really cool. For example, we have fusion titles, we have the circus, you have the comic title, there's the draw on coolness, there's the elegant shadows, So choose the one that best suits for your video, and you just needed to drag and drop inside your video element like this. You put it elsewhere, and what you can do is now to start editing here your actual title. So for example, if I just double click, basically it's going to be sending me into the inspector where it says sample. Let's say for example I'm going to type Tech Express just real quick, and I can change the actual color for example. So basically when I finished doing all the stuff that I would like to add, we have the visual polished. So when you needed a full control, you can head to the edit page, so you can, let's say for example, have more control about what you're actually seeing. So in my case, for example, let's say that here I wanted to make an actual zoom in. So I click directly inside this element from here to here. I wanted to zoom in like this. So if I head back, automatically it's going to be making the zoom for me. And here is the actual addition that I've made so far. So you can take your time to add, change, delete, crop, make effects, add transitions, and all of that through your elements. And once you finish, what you can do now is to focus for the color grading. The color grading is one of the reasons why DaVinci Resolve actually works really awesome. So when you click directly inside here, you have different nodes. So basically you can add a different node, for example a character. So inside this specific node, what I do is to always add a second one, because if I made a lot of changes into this specific node and I wanted to see what happens if I go back, usually what I do is to disable this, so I can always go back to the original like this. And of course, I'm not going to be focusing a lot here into the audio addition because I have no additions to add. But here what you can do is to focus into the equalizer, the effects, check out the track, the inputs, volume and all of that. And once you finish with your actual video here, what you need to do is to focus into the file name. You can change the actual location, have the video, there's the audio, there's the file. You can export the video with all the actual resolution. For example, if I'm going to be sending this for TikTok, usually what I do is to use a quick preset, for example, which is TikTok 1080, and automatically all the fields will be added automatically, and I don't have to do absolutely anything else. Now, basically, guys, this is just a really easy tutorial of how we can actually use DaVinci Resolve. There's truly a lot of tools that you guys need to acknowledge. So if you wanted to see something specific, you can let us know in the comments below. Maybe we can do an actual video for each steps, each field of these categories, because there's a lot of things to cover directly here into DaVinci Resolve. But now that you know how to actually work directly here into DaVinci, hopefully we can now start to work today. So hopefully it was a very useful information for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the channel. And well, basically with all this being said, hopefully we can all see you next time.